Hey guys, and today I will be talking about the glycolysis. I just wanted to do this as like a little review session for myself. You guys don't really have to take this into account because we will go over it again probably at a much later date after we finish all the basics of, building a strong foundation for ourselves. But glycolysis is literally the breaking down of sugar, in this case glucose. And this is organized into two phases, energy investment and energy payoff. Energy investment is when we use ATP to gain more ATP during the energy payoff phase. Okay, so there's 10 steps, 5 in energy investment, 5 in energy payoff. Let's start. We start with glucose, and we need to invest 1 ATP. There, the enzyme hexokinase will take off a phosphate from ATP and add it to glucose, creating glucose 6-phosphate. Then, step 2, glucose 6-phosphate will interact with phosphoglucoisomerase. And since it's an isomerase, it will shuffle the arrangement of the atoms in the molecule to make fructose 6-phosphate. Okay, fructose 6-phosphate, then we'll have another ATP invested in step 3. And phosphofructokinase will take off that phosphate group, making a DP, and then donate it to fructose 6-phosphate, creating fructose 1,6-bisphosphate. And step 3 is a regulation step. Then aldolase in step 4 will split up fructose 1,6-bisphosphate into two trioses, G3P and DHAP, where isomerase will swap the arrangement of DHAP and create another G3P. So now we have two G3Ps from one glucose. So that means that there's going to be 2 of whatever's going on in the next phase, the energy payoff phase. So I'll just go over it briefly. So then we have our triose, G3P. There's 2 of them, remember, so the reactions are doubled. And then triose phosphate dehydrogenase will reduce the 2 NAD pluses into 2 NADH with the formation of NADH. And during this, they will add another phosphate without ATP investment, and then that will form 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate. Okay, I'm sorry. These are really long words, and you don't really have to know how to pronounce them. But and step 7 requires to take off the phosphate group to add to ADP, creating our ATP. And remember, there's 2 of the things going through this right now, so it's going to be reacting with 2 ADP to make 2 ATP. So now our net is 0. Step 8 and 9 isn't really necessary, so we'll just go straight to step 10, where pyruvate kinase will take off phosphates again and connect it to 2 ADP, and we'll get another 2 ATP. So what are the final gains? So net gain, so we know that we'll get glucose, the final version will turn glucose into 2-pyruvate, and we'll also get 2 H2Os in that as well. We'll get a total of 2 ATP. Well, technically it's a total of 4, but we invested 2 in the energy investment phase. So the net will be 2 ATP, and then we will get 2 NADH and 2 H pluses, and that is the glycolysis. You do have to remember though, this is anaerobic, so no organelles have to be doing this, and there's no oxygen reacting. This means that prokaryotes and eukaryotes carry this form of, anaerobic respiration out. Yeah.